so much. How are you? How is everybody out there doing? It is Sunday night. Fun day, fun day. Yes, so yeah, and it's dinner, but I already have dinner done, so I'm so excited I can play. And I kind of have been playing with this pink one, excuse me, blue, Hermosa paper. So I am super excited to show you how I'm finishing it up. And I even have pictures ready. I'm so excited because that's kind of one of my goals, just to get some pictures on these gorgeous layouts because I have so many layouts. I think I'm going to have to put them up on a Crafty D stash thing because I have so many layouts that don't have pictures, and the excitement happens when you put the paper together and then you want to put a picture on it, and if I store it, it doesn't happen. So yes, I'm going to try to figure out how to get this done this year. Hello, Kelly. How are you? Hey, Jenny. How are you? And Yvonne. Oh, my goodness. I have so many of you with me. Thank you so much for spending time with me. Hi, Joy. How are you? And Cynthia and Yvonne. Hey, Mabel. Anna. Hey, R. How are you doing, my sweet friend? Alice. Oh, Alice, it's nice to see you, Alice. Let me see. I don't recognize the name, so I'm very welcome. Hello, Yvonne and Gwen. How are you? So welcome to Martha's Paper Crafting. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I am so happy to have you here with me. It is Sunday Fun Day. And yeah, I have on a loud t-shirt because I wanted to play with Hermosa. And you know, we kind of have to have some fun, and why not with a fun t-shirt, right? Or blouse, whatever you want to call this thing. So I thought it'd be fun. Hello, Deborah. Hello, Yvonne. How are you? It's good to see you. So I have been playing with the layout that we kind of started with. Remember, we were doing some mitering on this and putting it together. Was it Friday, Thursday? Gosh, I don't even remember. Let's all craft out loud. Oh, that sounds so fun. I am all for that. Yes. Hey, Joy. So I showed you guys that I cut this lovely circle out and that the Hermosa paper is not happy with the Cricut. My Cricut pad, let me pull it out here because I'm so organized. I have it here. The Cricut pad looks like this now. I think I can just like wipe it down with alcohol, right? You guys, I think I've done that before with like a wipey. Or do I do alcohol to get the color off? But you know, it doesn't really matter. Hey, Susie, how are you in Long Island, New York? Nice to have you here with me. So I was just talking about the Hermosa paper. So there's two paper lines in Anna Griffin that I understand come from her warehouse. And that would be the Hermosa and the Leon, the Hispanic inspired and the Asian inspired. And they both kind of have like a chalky feel to it. Let me tell you, show this other one up, okay? It has kind of that chalky feel to it, and it does, color does come off if you use anything repositionable on it. So be careful with that part. I knew it happened with the repositionable scrapbook adhesive. I kind of thought it would happen also with the Cricut, but I just, you know, I wanted to make a perfect little circle for this picture. So that is what I have here. Hey, Susie, how are you? Finally found us on time. Hey, so Sunday night works for some of you guys. I am so happy that that is a good time for you. If I get dinner done early. Hey, Sharon, how are you? Alicia, how are you? I figured that Sunday night might be a good time for us to kind of catch up and do some chatty patty crafty time so that we can all kind of talk together and see what we have going on, plan the week. We have now done Scrapbook Boot Camp Class 1, 2, and 3. We talked about gutting and filleting the edge on Class 1. We did Class 2, and that was the compound gorgeous borders. We talked a little bit about floral composition. And then just the other day, we talked about the mitering, different ways to miter your corners that you might feel most comfortable with. all of those things need practice. You need to practice with that because when we get to Crop at Home 5, that's the goal, to be proficient enough that you feel comfortable during Crop at Home 5, that you feel like you can do, hey Jenny, that you can do, be confident in your skills is what we're talking about here, and getting excited about the event. I think that that's the best way to say that. So I'm going to turn over to my desk and I'm going to show you what I have finished with this. So this is the Hermosa, and I pulled out the page that is turquoise on the back, and this side, turquoise on this side and purple on the other side. Okay, and then did we guys decide Crop at Home 3? Crop at Home 3 was the border that I am using, and it is the border that looks like this, okay? I knew I wanted a circle, so that's another tip. If you're looking at a page and you're wanting to design, I wanted that circle feel to it because I knew that I wanted to make a circle layout, okay? So that's how I ended up with this little circle thing. I am inking my paper, one, because it's on my desk, and that is just really, if you have your tools nearby, okay, you'll use them. And I am inking this because of the Hermosa paper being chalky. I have a lot of spaces that need to be kind of covered up. So on the cuts, let me see if you can see that. On the cuts, I kind of went around and did the little gold inking. Very easy. I am not like super proficient with the inking. I will tell you, I got this. I don't even have an ink patty rubby thing tool. I do have some, but not on my desk. So I kind of just did this on here and did kind of a sloppy edging on it. I kind of just feel like because it's so much pattern that little solid gold piece there gives you an end. Do you see how that works? It kind of gives you a little spot to break on. And then I did also do it on the little orange part. Let's see if you can find a spot right there. Okay, I did kind of do that there also because I want to put a background to it. So that's why I did that. And then this is, we practiced our filleting on it. And so it has a tiny little bit of, and I'm going to tell you, I think this is basil paper because that's pretty much all of my paper. And it is kind of like a deep, rich teal. I think it's pretty loud. But the pictures that are going to this are nice and happy and loud. And so I said, let's go for it. Once you put pictures on here, it'll all rest the back. Now you can also go white, and that would be perfectly okay also. You can go lighter. Look at this. Does that change the paper for you? Look at how that goes. Okay, completely different. Like the other one is just a deep, rich emerald green teal color. And this one is more of the color of that background. Hey, Dina, how are you, my sweet neighbor? Good to see you. Okay, so that just shows you the difference in how that looks. And I'm trying to pick up a different color. And then this one is kind of a smoky gray, looks very different than, but look, okay. You see those colors? You decide what color, what your purpose is for this scrapbook layout. My purpose is using all these solid papers because I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, about 12 feet of solid paper. So it needs to get used. Yeah, so you see that? They all look pretty. It's just, to me, I think I ended up with 2. And that was the other thing. When I pick out paper, I want to have at least 2 of the same background to make a double layout, unless I know this is going to be the title page, which I have a lot of these pictures for this event. So I will show you how I use up more of the pictures on a piece of paper. Okay, so I want to call this my hero pictures, and I'm going with this deep teal, but it looks just as pretty with the other colors also. Okay, now I'm going to move you over to my desk, and you will see what the craziness looks like in my head. So thank you again for hanging out with me. I'm Martha. You're welcome here all the time. I'm so happy that you spend time here with me. Really like the lighter blue. You see, you like the lighter blue. That is, I think that is really, really pretty. So you kind of just have to decide which ones you like best. The basil, it's all basil cardstock. That is correct. It is all basil cardstock. This smoky one is the one that is called Coordinates, and it's the coordinations.com, and it's the one that you're supposed to sand, and it looks different on the inside. The core has been dyed a different color. I don't usually do that. I'm not a grungy sander, sometimes, but not on a regular basis. So okay, so let me show you over to my area, and I will show you a couple things I've got going on. Okay, let me move you on over. Okay, so I know this is going to be upside down for you, so let me move it around. And there we go. And you can see I've got my camera up really high so you can kind of see the craziness going on. And thank you so much for hanging out with me. I realize it is Sunday night and you all have things to do to get ready for the week. So I so appreciate you coming out and hanging out with me. Absolutely love having you with me. And so here is some of the stuff I have going on here. I just love that I can see, you guys can see this whole disaster of a mess of my desk. And I think I'm a little bit crooked. So let me see if, I don't consider myself a super messy crafter. But yeah, sometimes it gets kind of cuckoo in here. And so therefore, we must do what we must do, right? You have to do what you have to do to get it put together. Okay, so what I noticed when I was cutting earlier today is that my magnet pad is about as dead as it could possibly be. And I'm going into my secret file, which is called the trash can, and I put it in the trash. And you can see that this pad is about as white as it can get, okay? And it's not functioning anymore. So I had to go and get a new pad. And so I kind of want to show you what I do to my new pads. And I do not have minis. And so I took the full size, cut it with just a plain old pair of scissors. I measure it to this metal piece, okay? And I cut it in half. So one is going to be a little bit smaller than the other, okay? I'm keeping this one in my to use later department, okay? And then I get my Glad press and seal. And I know it's brand new, so it doesn't really need the press and seal for the purpose of it making it thicker, which is usually what I'm trying to do, is make it thicker. But it helps the paper come off of it faster. The paper doesn't stick into it as deep. Does that make sense? So I just crazy wrap it about 2 times. I would say that that's a 2-time thing. And then I will run it through my machine to kind of press it down on. Okay, that is what happens to my magnet pad. Okay, and then I have my other one, and I do the same thing to it. I knew that pad was getting really bad because it was getting really bowy, like it started feeling like a bowl instead of a flat piece of paper. It started feeling really weird. So that is what I do with my, and there's no rhyme and reason for this. I really am just trying to get, I would say, about 2 layers of this on here. That's it. Okay. go. And I kind of keep that Glad wrap, which kind of feels like it's getting kind of thin. I keep it underneath with all of my Impress stuff because that's where it needs to be sitting at. Okay, so then I can run it through my little machine, just flat with nothing in it. And it's basically been prepped, okay? That is one of the first things that I do when I know I need one. And it really helps get the paper that gets pushed into the magnet. So I still have to clean my die, but I don't have to clean my little magnet. Does that make sense? Okay. And then we have that. Okay. So, and you see my magnets still have stuff on it, but it doesn't stay in there very much at all. All right, so now I wanted to show you that, and then we're going to go over to my little plate, my layout. Alrighty, and here we go. And I'm going to bring this in. Let's see, these little new light bulbs look like they're right on the glass mat. Let's see if we can get them to not be right on the glass mat, because I do realize that that is shining on the glass mat is probably not the best to look at, those white dots. I'm working on it. I got these two big new lamps. Let's see if that helps. Okay. Let me find these. Okay. So I have here the green, orange, excuse me. I'm sorry. Whew. Okay. Chatty patty time. Let's talk while I drink non-alcoholic stuff. Okay. Nothing special. Just plain old water. Oh, Antoinette, that is so sweet. Joy with Martha. Ah. Okay. With my little orange strips, I have already put a little bit of gold on the edges here. I have to kind of realize where the camera is on my phone. Okay. And I do take off the little notches that are on the top of this. You know, that kind of knocks the continuous of this for me. Let's see. I think, okay, I realize what's going on. One of those little circles up above is just my normal, what is that called? Can light. Alrighty, cutie pies. So has everybody had a good Sunday? Let's see, there was football at my house. Okay. Now I am putting a notch into this area. I did in the first one kind of go into this, and I kind of did a little rounding of the little edge here, but it doesn't matter. So I just want to let you know. All you have to do is kind of cut this little notch. That little corner of the oval is not going to be seen, okay? So this has been die cut, inked, and now what I like to do is this is going to lay under it. So it is going to be the glue that I'm putting on this is double-sided tape. Super thin. I would say that this is the exact 1/8 that we need. And I don't see Annie Pence here with us. Where is Annie? I'm missing her. Maybe she's having her nails done. Okay, so here is our circle. And then on the back, I did a pop-up dot, a little strip all the way around. Hey, Shirley, how are you? It's so nice to have you here. And Angie, hey, sweetie, how are you doing? You like the light blue also, Jenny. I get it. Thank you so much. Thank you, Antoinette, for hanging out with me. And Joy. Okay, so now I have this one here. And what I am doing with this is it's going to pleat in, basically. Okay, because we are usually cutting this and it would sit like this. And we would be putting the frame on the inside, but I want you to do a circle with it. This is a little bit of an advanced move, but you can do it, okay? Here we go. I have this, and I'm going to cut that little tail off. And I have to apologize. I got a little flustered during class 3, and I don't know if anybody noticed that I got a boo-boo from that nasty X-Acto knife, which right now does not have its top on it. There we go. Yeah, I was bleeding all over my paper. When I noticed that there was blood, I said, I think I have to make this quick and make it end. And why? Because I was using the X-Acto knife as the pokey tool. You're not supposed to do that. So it's all on me. Let's see if this helps. I do have both of my new lamps on. Let's see if this works. Okay, so here we go. There is the edge of this, and I am following the edge on my, I'm using the tape as the ruler. So you can see I tried to put this all the way to the edge so that on this side it would be a consistent side of things, okay? Blood makes it more personal. I love that, Kelly. Thank you so much. Yeah, I don't think anybody wants blood in my scrapbook. It would be, the DNA is there. It is all me. Okay, and then I'm going around. So you can see, since it's already been cut all the way in, it is so easy to kind of do the pleating. And I still keep this pretty round edging here. Okay, just like that. And look at that. It's almost perfectly complete. And I am okay with that overlap. You see, that's the spot where it's the overlap. And I don't know on this paper what's up and what's down. I would think that that's the stem down. So maybe this is the top. I think so. Yeah, this looks like the bottom. Somebody told me to look at that on the designs when you're looking at, let me see, move this a little bit more towards me. Let's see if you get that all in there. I don't know where Annie is. And where is Annie? Annie, Laura. Let's see, where are you, Annie? Nope, I'm trying to text her from my iPad. Let's see if she responds, but here we go. We're not gonna wait. And now the same thing is what I'm doing with the black. Okay, now on my black, because in my picture again, we have black dresses, skirts on, so I wanted to put the black right on the background, okay? But I don't want it coming out so much. I just want a little bit. So that is going to be my plan. And I have already cut it. You see that? But it does not have glue. And I'm gonna use my normal ATG glue because in case I need to move it. I'm on there. Oh, good. Annie Pence, are you on here? I just told her I'm here. LOL. Okay, so I'm going to start right here because this looks like where I ended. And I'm putting my finger over here and right there, and I'm kind of making it right on the edge. So funny. I know. Well, it's not the same if Annie's not there chit-chatting away with us, right? And right here, we're going to get that one there. And I'm squeezing. And so I'm kind of making it even with my finger to make sure it's not coming out too much. I just want a tiny little bit of edging. Okay, and it looks like I might have to cut it all the way to make it come back and make the circle. It's not easy to make the circle. Nobody's going to see this part of it. So make it work for you. And there. Okay, here you go. So now you have that black kind of hanging out, peekabooing in there. And let's get the other one. And we will put this one on here. We thought maybe, Annie, that you were out having your nails done. Okay, so now we're going to come back and do the same thing. And this again is the shadow to the border. Love working with the shadows. It just gives you that extra luxury of having a shadow with it. Right there. Keep it moving. And on the last two, I noticed I had to kind of come back around and start over to start my circle. Okay, now I have to find the other piece on my tape on my desk. Let's see. Did I only have two of them? Oh, here it is. Why doesn't anybody tell me? That's right. Yeah. Okay, perfect. Now, the same thing. The black is going to be where I am starting. And this one I was kind of priming, so it already has a little bit of a curve going to it. Not necessary, but fun all the same. No, stuffing my face. Annie Pence, you are so funny. What are you having for dinner? What is everybody having? I know Annie's favorite is, let me remember. You know, I think I have to cut it here. It's not bending the way I want it to bend. Those little burger patties sliders. I made my husband's favorite. This is his birthday week. My husband's going to be, his birthday is on Tuesday. So at our house, we have birthday months, especially for him because it's a January birthday, right? And, you know, our January folks kind of get pushed over to the side. Okay, so here we go. Now I have that black part in here. Let me see. I think I have to move this up a little bit. Okay. Burrito bowl. Oh, I like that. I'm all about a burrito. Okay, so now I have this part down and I have the back for it. And since I did a tiny bit of foam dotting and now 2 layers of that there, I am going to want to do a little foam dotting. That would give me a couple, 2, 4, and here, a couple here. Right there. Perfect. So yeah, my husband's favorite for his birthday is, we call it Cockets and Hornleys. And that is a very comfy meal. It is ground beef and elbow pastas and like a brown gravy. I'm sure that every culture calls it something else, but it is, I love it. And how can you go wrong with gravy and pasta? So, yep, I'm probably doing excessive amounts of pop-up dots because you know that this is already, these are extra strong ones. There we go. Okay. And yes, this little tiny piece. I haven't spoken to my friend lately, Carmen. Wonder what Carmen is doing. Regardless, yes, I'm putting it in my file, which is my trash can. I encourage you guys to have a minimum of what size you keep of your scrap okay? I really don't think that you have to keep huge amounts of paper behind, because you know what? We have so much beautiful paper. How are we supposed to be using it if we don't use it up? Okay, so I am standing up and doing the eyeball method here to smush this down. And I'm kind of thinking that tomorrow, Monday, I might have time it kind of depends, but so I haven't advertised it yet, but I think I might do my Tim Holtz garage sale items. And I have a collection of Tim Holtz items that I'm going to be taking to, oh, I love the way this looks. Look at how those little layers look. And I kind of like that little black look. You guys will see with the pictures that they look really pretty. Okay, so you see there is just beautifulness. Okay, and then I am using this die, and I have put, where's the other picture? Oh, it's already framed right here. I have used a light blue, should we call it turquoise color, that light blue that everybody loved. It kind of blends in with the base, if you see that really good. That base color is just a little hair off, if you can see that. This one is a little bit lighter. But so I use that as the background here. You see our wonderful little outfits. They're black and white and all these gorgeous little colors we're wearing. So I thought that that would work really well. And then the pink is from Carte Noir. Okay, that is what we have going on. And then I wanted to add that to my dead center. And again, I will pop it up. And then this one I want to pop up. You know, I think I have those pop-up dots that are a little bit thicker. You kind of have to pay attention. Some are 3 millimeters and some are 2. And my go-to is the 2 millimeter one. But this background is already 2. So that means that I have to really make this pop a little bit more because I want it to stand out. And plus this is the 2 millimeter plus 2 sheets of paper. So you need more. That's all we have here. And here we go. And I'm thinking it might even need more than that. Nope, I kind of like that. Okay, so I'm pulling this off, and because I'm going to eyeball it, I put a little bit of wet glue right here. Yep, and these are our pictures that we have from, was it Crop at Home 4 that we did the goofy mambo dance? Do you guys remember? Okay, so here's my frame, and then I'm gonna go stand up, and I'm looking at my flowers again, and this is the bottom of the flower right there. So I'm trying to make sure that I do this with the right direction, right? And then I'm bringing in my super cute mambo picture with my girlies, and I push that in. So much fun. Okay, and because this is the pop-up dot with the little glue, I have a little time to play with. Okay, and then I found this pink paper. I didn't have very much of it, and I cut it with this one. Okay, you can see. And I'm doing a half. Okay, so this one's going to sneak underneath, but it's in that pretty pink color, and we're going to kind of stick her sticking out. And then this one, I need to put a little more. Okay, and you just need a little tiny bit of edging on that paper. Gotta see it because I want it to be the same like that one. Can you guys hear Louie? He's walking around eating the confetti that fell on the floor. Lewis. Okay, there. And then this is going to sneak in to this space. Oh, it's not sticking. Ah, lovies. I didn't take this one off. Okay, and then I'm just going to let that drop. There. And then this can sneak in. And since I popped it off, it kind of lets you slide in between it. But I want my picture to come out on top of my pretty orange. Just like, you kind of have to see where the pictures are and where you can let it slide in. I'm going to kind of get some. And yes, sometimes I am obsessive with, oh, and I forgot to tell you, this frame right here, it is one loop longer. You see that? And I cut it because my picture was shorter. And so I cut it and made it, you can't even tell, right? Where's the gluing part to it? It's like this part right here. It's right on that edge. Okay, anyway, so I'm counting here, 2, 3. So this is the center of my frame. And I want it to be kind of in the center of this picture. And I love the idea of the little blue kind of peeking out through that little pink part. Mambolicious. Mambo is in Katy. Well, I think they have several in the Houston area. And I call it seafood, Hispanic kind of seafood. Well, let me see. What should I call it? Compare it to. It is like a Hooters restaurant, but with a Hispanic seafood theme. How about that? Can I explain that to you any better? If you know Mambo, you know. Okay, I'm kind of putting this on top. So I'm kind of helping myself stay in the same height with this other picture. I'm having the little blue stick out. You know, it is in my scrapbook, so it's not like for a competition. So if it's a little bit different, I'm not going to be mad at all. I can squeeze it in more because the picture is more off to the other side, though. There we go. So, oop, and the glue is not on there enough. Hold on. The glue's on the other spot. Okay, let's try that again. Okay, so I'm using the ruler right on the edge of this frame to kind of bring it over to this frame. Okay. And then we're going down almost in the same spot. Should I go a little bit lower? I've talked to you guys before about twisting your paper if you want to separate it. How adorable is that? My sweet friend Anna and my sweetest friend Donna dancing in the streets with me because they love me so much that they don't mind acting cuckoo in places. Okay, so now, of course, we need a date and some journaling because you know that we need to have some journaling and the date. So I wanted this one and I wanted this pink one right here. And this is what I did here. You see, it was just not even cutting anymore. And that's because it was just that the cutting, that there was no more cutting in this tool. That it was just so flat. The engineering part was not working. So I'm going to try. And I have not been lucky before with cutting this twice. I'm not a cutting it twice person because I always feel like it doesn't cut correctly, but we're going to try. And there we go. And I have lots of pictures from this event, so I am definitely, okay, so there you go. It cut it just deliciousness because, and if you see this one, none of the paper stuff went inside of it. And this little confetti stuff, I just have to scratch off with my little tool in one. I call it the pokey tool. And it's gone. So you see that? that Glad wrap makes it slip right off. So I love the idea of that being right there. And we need a date. And I don't know if I'm going to keep that one. You guys know that I love a die for journaling and for tag making and for bows. And I have a whole set of my favorites. I might have to set that apart and do a different one. Let's see. You know, maybe even an oval one, because an oval one would fit the date since we're circular. And maybe one that looks like this for the bottom, so it's smaller. This one right here is almost the same size going across, but I do have a lot of story to tell. This one is even thinner, so that one could work. But I do love this one for the date because it's just a nice simple square. And this one for the bottom. So I think I might have to go with that. Is this the right size for the date? Because I have a lot more pictures to do. You see that? These are some of my favorite journaling dies, and I kind of keep them all in this little space. And yes, they are not with their sets. Those are so cute, girlies. Hey, Donna McPherson. Oh, how are you, sweetie pie? I know things are cuckoo. I know. So I kind of have a little piece of this one left, and maybe I can cut it as the date. I can. So it fits just barely right there, and then this one fits just barely right there. Oh, I like that. Okay, so dinner plans. What are you doing for dinner, friendly people? I already have dinner done. A little pasta noodle-y dish. Okay, so there is that part, and here is this part. And then, of course, I am going to run that through in a creamy base. This paper, all the way over here, is from, it's 110, an ivory cardstock that is from Joann's, I want to say. And I am going to run the same ones so that I have the same base cuts for the inside. And that's the bottom, and here's the top. So that I like to read things on cream. I don't want to, I love the outline in the pink because that's the background of this one. But I like it to be in the color, a nice neutral color when I do this part, when I actually write. And I do encourage for you to write in your natural handwriting. I know we don't want to because, but you know what? Our people are going to cherish that even more. I know. Okay. Just a little bit of the outline. I think I need to get a little bit more here. I know, I can probably use a really nice pair of scissors to cut that, paper trimmer to cut that instead. But you know, when I start, it's all about what I have right there with me. And that is a bad situation. I'm trying to arrange my scrap area to be easy on me for what is right here with me. Now, this paper line did not come with flowers. But I think that we should make some pretty little tissue flowers, like little Hispanic flowers that we love to make anyway. Some little tissue flowers I think would be really pretty on this. Just little flat ones. Look right there, the date. Okay. And then I need to cut this part off, the edge. Yeah, I said this was 110 cardstock. It is not easy, but I do love this little Tim Holtz thing. I think I finally got rid of my garage sale stuff at, what did I have before? I had a blue one that was from Creative Memories for forever, which I want to talk about Creative Memories. I want to talk about their paper cutter trimmer. They say that it's absolutely fabulous. But I think it's a rotary. I don't think it's a pointy kind. So I don't think that will work for me because I need to be able to have a pointy kind to use for my gutting of the windows. Oh, la, la, la. Yeah, I love this, but it's just too big. Okay, right there. Do you see that? I think that I love that. That little date will be sitting right in here. This little date journaling tag will sit right in this little area. I like that, okay? And so let me put just a tiny bit of glue on here until I can decide what we're going to do with flowers, right? What kind of flowers are we going to put in here? I need to think about that. Oh, I really like, okay, so do you see we talked about the kneading, that's not gonna be enough glue on there. Deciding what color you want, the background, the blue or exactly what color you need. And I went with this bright teal that matches Donna McPherson's dress just perfectly. And you can see now we barely see it. So if you prefer to do the light blue, do you see that would be just the little edging around it that would be that. So you can see that that would be really easy to do. So this is a crazy picture, the whole thing, and I don't think you even need flowers on it. I have some of these little things that I could probably do, but do you see what I mean? I'm not going to put flowers. I think we need like some see-through colorful vellum, maybe flowers on each side here. But because there's so much in this situation, I don't think that it is necessary. So hello, how are you? I am so happy to be here with you. I'm so happy that you guys are spending time with me. Here we are. Here's where we're at. How are you? Okay, let me chit chat with you for a little bit more while you guys look at this finished layout. Okay, you can see where we were mitering on this edge. My niece lives in Grisham. I've never been there. Annie Pence, where is that at? What state are we talking about? Did I miss something? Oh, let me see. I think you can see it right here. Love your colorful dress. Oh, it's like a top, or I guess some ladies might consider it a mini dress, but I call it a top. I'm like, where's your pants? I think it's a dress. You're right. I'm almost positive it's a dress. Okay, so my sweet Beth, how are you? This came out fabulous, right? I think it came out really nice. I'm trying to see if you can see it right there. I think you can see it all in my window. Okay, so Donna, this could be a Martha Make Donna take. I love it. Okay, if you don't know that, we call it make and takes, but Donna says it's called a Martha Make Donna take. Yeah, it's a little mini dress, really nice. Hey, Beatrice, how are you? And Rita, how are you? Uh, Yvonne, you are in 2 lane. I think there's an R there. Um, love Santa Barbara. Kelly, how are you? Annie, yeah, well, I was trying to match the outfit. I was trying to match the dress. I'm glad that you guys all like it. Thank you again for hanging out with me. Look at that. An hour went by really fast. The CM cutter works and to do windows. Oh, really? But the downside is that the blade don't last and you have to replace them. Okay, well, I was thinking that the Tim Holtz one was doing the same thing. It was not felt like I was constantly having to replace it, and my Martha Stewart one never does that. Like, I've had the Martha Stewart one forever. um, Alice Langenecker is in Southeast Wisconsin. Hello, welcome. I'm so glad you found this cuckoo little team, a group of ladies here. We crafters are all welcome, and I'm so glad that you found us. Let me see, a neighbor of New York. Sandra, hello from West Texas, San Angelo. How are you down there, Sandra? So somebody on Facebook, Sandra, is selling a whole bunch of Anna Griffin stuff, but they refuse to ship it. And I think they're in San Angelo. You need to go look at your Facebook marketplace. It was like crazy good prices. Anyway, you might be the person selling stuff. I don't know. But there was a lot of stuff. 500 miles southwest of ME? Martha is 500 miles southwest of ME. I don't know where I'm. I'm in Columbus, Texas. Between Houston, San Antonio, and Austin, in that little triangle. So if you do the little triangle of Houston, Austin, San Antonio, um, my craft trimmer is great. That is where I'm at. San Antonio, Houston, and Austin. Love this little area. I can go in any direction, just about as easy as anything else. Sandra, welcome, welcome, welcome. Even watching my drain video, glad I could catch this still live. Hey, you are so welcomed here with all of us. Let me see. I did my journal tag same way after seeing yours. Then I put all my butterflies. Oh, this one might be pretty for butterflies. What do you think about that? I think that would be really pretty. A homemade chicken noodle soup. Oh, we had that Friday night and it was delicious. It was not homemade. It was Campbell's. And I doctor up everything. I call it half blank made. And it was really good. Yeah. Who is cuckoo spelled? Whatever we love you, Martha. Yeah, because I'm nutty. Because two nuts love each other. That's why, Annie Pence. That's why I love you, because we're both nutty buddies. Mambo must be a mix of Hispanic and Cajun jumbo. LOL. Yes. Hello, La Francis, Cynthia, Antoinette. Hey, everybody. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Okay, so I'm hoping to do my Tim Holtz stuff maybe tomorrow afternoon. I don't know if anybody likes Tim Holtz stuff. I will put it on my little post, but this is my Tim Holtz stash of stamps. And I have numbers 100, 4, 105, 6, 8, 84, 50, no, 75, 88. I mean, I have 57, 62, 64, 66, 70. I have a whole bunch of them, and they all have to find a new home. I also, and I think I'm going to sell these for $10 and $6 for ship. Okay, so that's a good little stash here. And then I'm going to, Pamela Densmore is on her way to Hawaii, if I'm correct. This is Sunday. Okay, see, this is not a mini dress. I guess it could be. Okay, and then I have 3 of these, and these are going for $50 and probably $8 to ship, because it's they are Tim Holtz collector's items. Yeah, brand new, still have the tag on them and everything. I have 3 of them, and then I have some miscellaneous stuff that's going. But regardless, yeah, this is not. I would. Okay, I've never had great legs, so I was not, it was not my thing to wear mini dresses, but I have worn a dress or two that was too short. My sweet mom, rest in peace, would, was it my mother or my father? No, I think it was my father. When I was walking out the door, he'd say, so, that's a pretty belt. Where's the rest of it? So I guess the skirt might have been a little bit short. Anyway, sweet people, We're going to see you again. And I think Pamela, right? Pamela is on her way to Hawaii, Pamela Densmore. Um, thank you so much, everybody, for hanging out with me. Pamela, Annie did 2 layouts this weekend. Yes. And oh my God, they were gorgeous. Oh my goodness. Okay, loves, I will see you again. Possibly Thursday, this Thursday. I'm not sure. It's a birthday week, so it's crazy busy. But I will post. Please, please, please consider subscribing. Leave me a thumbs up. I love you all. Thank you so much for hanging out with me on Sunday, and I will see you guys later. Thank you. Bye-bye.